You don't want a hat, you need a hat.
Oh, wow. Long Beach, the first stop in the 2025 Formula Drift calendar. We are here to check it out. What it's like, how much it costs, how are the vibes, and overall, what is a drift event like in the United States, and is it worth attending? Let's go and find out. I'm Anthony, and I travel the globe searching out the coolest automotive events and experiences to inspire you for your next adventure. You'll find event vlogs from F1 to Le Mans, rally to drift, as well as the wildest driving experiences that exist. If you've ever wondered what these are like to attend, then you are in for a ride. This is the bucket list place for automotive enthusiasts. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Automotive Experience. We're here in Long Beach, California, and we're here today for Formula Drift. So Formula Drift is basically the drifting version of Formula One, right? Where they've got head-to-head tandems. It's crazy. It's a wild event. A lot of smoke, a lot of chaos. We're gonna go check it out. Drifting, basically a motorsport like no other, and this weekend I think we're gonna be in for a bit of a treat. Now, I've been to a Formula Drift event before in Japan. Now we're here at one in the USA, and the Formula Drift Championship in the USA goes around a few different areas. Alright, gates haven't quite opened yet. We've just made our way down to the track. You see everyone over here. I'm assuming that's where you line up to get in. I have absolutely no idea. This is going to be a bit of a guessing game with this event. Basically, the circuit's located near the convention center in downtown. Look, we're pretty much surrounded by all the city buildings and stuff, and it's down in there somewhere. Not quite sure, but we'll see. Ooh, I8. It's a little bit confusing, right? So the main tickets for the event is actually through Ticketmaster, and I bought basically a 2-day ticket. I think it's actually turned out like you could pay extra to like upgrade your ticket for both days. So we did that, but it looks like the upgrade was just general admission for the second today. Alright, well, we're in after great difficulty. We got our wristband, so we had to go and pick up these passes at the wheel court. So this is for our Saturday track walk and our Friday autograph session experience. They give you a cool poster and a pen and stuff too, which is pretty cool. And then they told me I had to go line up and do something with the tickets. So then I go and line up for the freaking tickets. Didn't need to line up for the tickets. Bloody wasting me damn time here. They're not always as organised in every event, are they? Anyway, we're here. It's time to get in and get amongst it. Alright, first things first, we may as well check out the merchandise here, and the merch is let's say it's pretty damn cool. This is the shirt for the event. Long Beach FD. That's so sick. They got the stickers as well, and more stickers and stuff over there. But check out these, the skateboard decks. Look at that with the Supra on it. Oh, look at them all. Oh no. Fuck, I'm not meant to be spending any money out here. Then they pull this. Oh, you know what? I feel like I have to get this. Oh my goodness me. Let's explore. First is first. May as well look at the new Integra Type S. They look pretty cool, don't they? They look pretty mean. Look at the wizard hats. Look at these blokes.
You don't want a hat, you need a hat.
Oh wow. Alright, time to adventure over this Firestone Bridge and see where this signing session is. How you doing, man? Cheers, bro. Absolutely, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Alright, there we go. Done. And you know it's not our first rodeo when this bad boy comes out. You ready for this? I think I've showed you guys this before, but so when you do the old signing sessions and you got 1,000,001 signing cards and you got to figure out where to bloody put the things, right? You do this. You get one of these sneaky things from Walmart, right? And you just chuck them all inside, and you're right as rain. Because majority of them will fit. Voila. See? Majority of them will fit. Now how about that? You know, there is no way in the world we were not going to buy that. It's almost time for the next of the cars to come out. See, just in here. Well, we better make tracks. Probably over to the other side actually. I think it's going to be the place. We're going on a mission today, which is a bit weird, but we'll run with it. I would have booked a grandstand for both. I think something like this, you kind of need a grandstand, don't you? Look at the steering wheels. Here we go. Not bad, not bad. Alright, we've got a bit of time of wandering around. Let's have a look at some of the prices of food and drinks out here. So lemonade, $8. Churro, $8. Dippin' Dots, whatever they are. Water. $8. $8 for water. That is really freaking expensive for water. That's like $12. 12 Aussie for a bottle of water. $12 Australian for a bottle of water. Let's find out how much beer is. How much is a beer? 18. Cool, thank you. So a beer, like a 500ml can, 18 US. Make of that what you will, but yeah, wow. They got the prices up in here. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this one? Right? 18 for beer, right? All items are subject to sales tax, and they'll probably ask you for a tip too. So 18 US, right? You ready to put that into perspective? That's about 30 Australian dollars a beer. That's freaking insane, isn't it? And same with the other stuff too. It's yeah. And then you got your normal food. So you got your hot dogs, beef fajita dog, whatever that is, subject to sales tax as well, $19 or $18. So to put it into perspective, to get a beer and a hot dog at Formula Drift will cost you about $40 US, which is, if you ask me, that's freaking insane. Alright, here we go. Feel quiet. Let's go sit out in the damn shade and eat. Alright, we're on a mission to find water. There only seems to be places to buy water. No free water so far. Has to be somewhere though, right? Has to be. Righto. So the people at First Aid were lucky enough to give me a bottle of water. But yeah, supposedly there's no free water here at all. So I think this is the first event out of anywhere we've been around the world, anywhere that's not had any free water, like nothing. And that's quite the G up, isn't it? So technically you gotta bring your own water in. I should literally bring water in here and sell it, eh? Like, what are people gonna do? Gee up. Anyway, let's go back and watch some drifting. There's a 6 spot just here. You see where everyone is. Cars basically coming straight at you. Freaking hectic. So we're sitting a bit here, we're going to go back down the end here, and then we're going to scoot over into that side. So we're going to float around a bit. It seems to be like, I thought it was reserved grandstand, general admission. I don't even know, to be honest, but I kind of feel like you just sort of go and sit wherever. Like there's no one standing at the things saying you
Welcome back here on the streets of Long Beach, and we can see.
Different. Alright, now on the back part, I have no idea what turn we're on, but like on the last corner of the FD circuit. Anyway, it's pretty sick. So they come up around this, like the final corner here. This is actually the final corner of the IndyCar circuit. So it's the last few corners that they're doing this on. Alright, have a suss at this spot where we're at. Have a suss up here. Righto. Righto, I got no idea what corner. Well, we know on the outside last corner of the track. This is where it's at. Oh wow, the Mustang didn't win. The Mustang got second. Well, there you go. I think it was a Silvia one. Well, how about that, eh? So that was like qualifying battles, seed battles or something like that. Tomorrow, it's like a World Cup final where it's like 1v1 and then they just battle through. So keen for that. Anyway, let's get out and go check in there. We got here. Check this, pretty funky little room. Anyway, that's it for me. By the way, cost of this room 500 Aussie, 350-ish US dollars for 2 nights. So I'm here Friday night, Saturday night, and because it only goes for 2 nights, it's only tonight and tomorrow night, and Sunday back in downtown LA. So yeah, see you tomorrow, day 2. Sunday, we're ready to go. Just leaving the hotel now. It's time to get back. Formula Drift, day 2. Let's go. Something about pay disputes up in here. I don't know what they're on about. Have a look. Do you think they'd be like to... Bang that drum, bro. Bang that drum. Always got to be someone processed about something, hey? The only words I ever got out of any of that was something about pay people like they should be paid. Anyway, a bit more of a queue today. Oh, you get the fans a lot more people. Thank you. I'll tell you what, I've seen Much better ways of putting on. Look how rubbish she did that. What's she selling? Money. You giving away free money? Huh? Here we go. Does it matter if you're from overseas?
$5 for you to do whatever you want to do.
Is it for people from overseas though?
I don't think so.
Nah.
$5 to do that. But to add to a drink that you want or some food.
Oh, but I'm from overseas, so the survey might not be as, you know. Yeah, that's okay. All right, see ya. Well, free money, right? You've got to ask if there's free money. She handing out free money, people to do a survey. I'll take the $5. That's like 10 Aussie to do a survey. But, well, you're not from here, you know. Anyway, let's get into it. I know, this has to be the most randomest drift car out here. You ready for this one? A 599 Ferrari. What? Isn't that the wildest thing you have ever seen? Alright, so here we go. So grandstands today. The guy who's checking the tickets today, maybe yesterday's. Almost like, I mean, obviously we had general admission yesterday, but anyone could sit anywhere. Today it looks like, because this is the main day, looks like they've got things a little bit different. Excellent, thank you. Boom, Bird's Ends barbecue pizza. Don't know what it looks like yet. Well, I think we'll go to our seats now, I reckon. Right, here we go. Spot check. Check it out. Da, 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 da. It's actually not bad, right? What happens to us at this place? Only takes these things. There we go. No card, only cash and Venmo and Cash App. So we had to get one of these little trading cards. I'm liking these little trading card things they got going on. I'm going to get the ones anytime I see them now, I think. G up, eh? Suss the crowds now. Alright, the Mustangs are back. Let's have a look. How sick does this Mustang look in the blue? With like the aero thing on the wheels. So this super behind us is basically Larry Chen, the photographer. He's got this car and he uses this to do, when drift cars are going around, he like chases them in this car, and you can see it's decked out at the front for cameras. So they basically use this to get epic shots, almost like game shots of cars. Alright, next thing we're off to. Next thing to begin is the track walk experience. So I think that's around here. So they said to meet near the podium. That's the podium. So then we've got to chill out over here and wait and see. So we'll see what happens. It's supposed to start in, I think, about 5 minutes. Well, they said to be here in about 5 minutes. Right, so pretty much how this is working, after we got the podium thing, we're going out, we're going to walk the reverse direction, we're going to get in front of the podium for the opening ceremony. I guess something to do with the cars are coming out, maybe drivers are coming out. I don't know, but kind of does sound pretty cool, to be fair. Oh, here we are on the track, right? And it's quite sticky. I mean, it's kind of in the middle of a normal racetrack and an NHRA strip. Like your feet are pretty sticky. Anyway, it's pretty cool this, because we've got this guy he's a professional. He's one of the guys who was out there today. He's actually knocked out. So it looks like they bring guys that are knocked out from the weekend on to do these track tours. So they give you a bit of insight from somebody who's driven on it today, what it's like. Alright, down here, start finish line. This is where they go. So this is where the lead car goes, and that's the chase car, or vice versa, one of the two. Anyway, this is where it all begins, and then boom, firing it straight down there. I might be saying they want to start the transitioning at about the 2, so that they can then hit, because from here you can't even see the apex of that corner down there. We can't see the ripple strips and stuff. Really sick, really cool insight too. Actually, I was just asking him whether whether the amount of grip changes over the course of a weekend with the amount of rubber that gets laid down, and he's like, from the first sessions as it continues on, it's very much night and day difference, which is super fascinating, very interesting. Alright, there we go, done. Time to, I'm assuming it's finished now, but no one seems to be moving off anyway, so maybe we just hang around a bit more. Alright, all happening. Get that shot, brother, get that shot. Ooh. Alright, we get ready. So, this morning was the top 32. Basically now it's the top 16. So this is the same time yesterday started, where they had the seed round thing of 16. So now it's the final 16, which runs from like 3:30 till 6, I think. Thereabouts. No, I'm good, thanks. They're still giving out them free rock stars. Jeez. Anyways, Thursday's going to have about 6 rock stars today. Jeez, be buzzing. We caffeinated to the max. Anyway, alcohol section's going off. Suss it out. Oof. Whoa. Everyone. Alright, let's get back. Grandstand, here we come. You got the Toyotas. How about the Supra? Let's all come down to this. Asper against James Dean. Supra v Mustang. Hey, it's going to be like the supercars next year. Well, that had a bit of fun. James Dean back into the war. Alright, there we have it. Long Beach Formula Drift. So, how was it? How did I rate it? Well, it's definitely not as crazy as a Formula 1 event or anything like that. A lot of people, I mean, today got sold out, to be fair. A lot smaller. There was probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 or 7 grandstands, decent sized grandstands, plus GA. So that's quite a few people, to be fair. So it's pretty cool. The organisation of it could probably still do with a bit of fixing up. It's definitely not the most organised event, and I think they could do a bit better to educate people on what's actually going on. For example, Friday the seed day. Today, a bit more about like the breakdown. I know it's basically a 1v1 the whole way through, but just a bit more information on how the scoring and how the points works and things like that. New people aren't going to know anything about that, and the fan guide actually has nothing about the scoring, how it works, how many points you get for what, which was a little bit of a surprise. So Formula Drift, if you do see this, fix that up in the future. To grow an audience, you want to definitely teach them about it, especially if they're there. But other than that, there's plenty of amenities, plenty of toilets. They did run out of water at the things a little bit, so that was a bit food and drink. Now, to be honest, if I was to ever go and do that again, I'd basically bring in my own food and drink. Today, I just literally walked 2 blocks up this way yesterday night and bought 3 bottles of 500 mils of water for 99 cents each. Bargain, right? Crazy. So definitely wouldn't advise paying $8 in there. And food, I mean, if you don't want to spend any money, it's 20 bucks for a meal. I'm thinking that's like the going rate of food nowadays here. So, but if you don't want it, don't buy it, buy food somewhere else, take it in. They're pretty laxed on the security and the bag checking and all that this morning. So I'm guessing they're not too fussed if you bring food in. I didn't actually see anyone that looked like they brought food in though. Other than that, on track, it's pretty sick. It's pretty hectic on track, being able to walk around the pits and all that sort of stuff. That's really cool. I like how they got it open. A little bit more driver interaction stuff with fans might be a little bit better. Don't know how they could quite do that, but it would have been nicer to see more of that. But it is what it is. You know, you only had that session that we had to pay for to be at the front. But I do think one of the coolest things for me was the track walk. It's basically like going on the grid pre-Supercars race, or the grid for Formula 1 pre-race. So that was pretty cool, being able to walk amongst the cars, see the drivers, get photos by the driver and the car on the grid, or on the track, should I say. It was pretty sick. Something unique, something you don't really see with a lot of other different sorts of events. So that was kind of cool. Overall though, cool event, cool experience. Will I go back and do it again? Yeah, I would. I think I kind of like, that's a green, but we're going to go through it anyway. I kind of feel like it's cool. I feel like it's probably improving quite a bit over time too, which I think is pretty sick. But oh, that sun is, look at that sun. Anyway, was it worth the cost though? And how much did it cost? That's a true question, because something like this is a very different form of motorsport. And yeah, all right, well there we go. That's pretty much the breakdown. Now we will get into how much it costed to attend round 1 2025 Formula Drift at Long Beach. Let's get it. So let's break down the cost of attending Formula Drift at Long Beach. Accommodation at a 3-star hotel for 2 nights, $302. 2-day grandstand tickets in grandstand 18, $100.45. Our autograph session, $40. Track walk experience, $80. Food and drink at Long Beach and at Formula Drift, $89. Totaling $611.45. Now we're not putting in merch anymore because a lot of people don't like it. So if you do like me putting in merch numbers, let me know. But yeah, that's it. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. This was my first Formula Drift event in the USA, and I can't wait to visit more different Formula drifting events all over the world. We're going to Japan later on in the year. Can't wait. Anyway, thanks again. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Let me know where you'd love to see me go next, and I can't wait to see you all on my next automotive experience. Peace.